So this is your moment to share. So let's see, Doug.
Thanks, Mark. Normally I would raise my hand when there's some sort of pain or question or problem. And I think for a variety of reasons, I have had just such kind of delicious sense of peace and beingness. I mean, I went to the gym before a little earlier. I had my own therapy this morning. Whatever the factors that led me to feel just so at peace and so it's not blissed out. It's just a sense of just real goodness. And, as you were talking, I was listening, but I was just kind of like being in the field. And, I'd love to have this all the time, I suppose. Although even saying that right now kind of subverts it a little bit. But I guess I wanted to share that I look for what's wrong and then I would generate a question from that or a concern or something I want to ask. And I don't currently have that. So, uh,
Beautiful.
you know,
Thank you for sharing without a problem. It's
yeah.
it's really wonderful. And to, speak to that kind of quiet happiness, which happiness happens, you know. That would make a great bumper sticker. It does actually happen. And it can be just quite quiet and ordinary. So thank you. So Tony,
Hi, Mark. Thanks.
right.
I saw in the chat Emma posted that she's grateful for you, and it made me remember that I am too, quite a lot. You're unlike other teachers that I've had. You're very candid and direct with your own life experience, and it's unusual and really very much appreciated.
Thank
Um, yeah, thank you. Um, I don't feel so without problems as Doug, I guess.
you.
Um, I think one of the my favorite problems, I guess, is or most long-standing is that ever since I heard about this stuff in high school, I was really moved by it and really believed in it. And ever since I've just like been trying to get it. And at times it's made my life very much happier. And at other times it kind of the seeking has made me anxious and
Hmm.
unhappy.
Yeah.
And it's put me in a strange spot where I don't know if like giving up is progress or quitting. Um,
Hmm.
and that's annoying. And like makes me kind of sad, I think, and confused.
Yeah. There was something known by that teenager, some promise, some some calling, some heart knowing of something. I want to honor that. And I also know exactly what you're talking about in terms of the path and the trying to get and the frustration that goes with that. And I wish I had just a perfect solution for you. I don't. I just encourage you not to abandon your faith in something, in what that teenager was open to. And, I could write a whole book about this, I am writing a whole book about this, in fact, um, about, the experience of faith and the dead ends and the discouragement at times. Um, and I'm trying to think of what has helped me. I think I've always looked for what had the feel of something there for me in it. When I sought teachers, I sought experiences. There was just an intuition, okay, there's something there for me. And I think the course of my life has definitely been one of softening into things from being kind of very hard driven and maybe spiritually ambitious, even. Not sure if that's right, but I'll say that. you know, Enlightenment or bust. Um, and it's kind of part of the paradox that I feel like some of my deepest openings to the truth have come through periods of loss and confusion.
That's encouraging.
Yeah. And so, the ego wants enlightenment. Why wouldn't you? You know,
I don't know.
it's like cool. But the awakening is when that finally has to surrender and bow. That sense of, I can do it. I can do it. That has to give up. And so the I creates the enlightenment problem, because it's like, I want to do it. And I can't. I simply can't. So I don't know if anything I've said so far is helpful, Tony, but
Is yeah,
I
maybe.
appreciate your sincerity and uh, your openness about this. And I know from our conversations that it runs deep.
Yeah, thanks, Mark.
You're welcome. Meditation is always asking us to do these things that we can't do, like direct the mind, direct the attention, keeps falling off of the thing we directed to. Thoughts don't stop, they happen on their own. Insight comes when it comes. It doesn't come when we demand it. It's humbling. All right, who else out there? Sitting on something you can share, you can ask. So maybe something I'll do instead. It seems people are very quiet tonight. I often lead a loving kindness meditation for the last class. Um, and so we can just move into that. I don't usually do it for 20 minutes, but it's certainly possible to do it for 20 minutes. So if you'd like to just get comfortable. Perhaps most of you have done this practice at some point, but it's a little different kind of meditating. comfort is a little bit more important in terms of the body. So make yourself comfortable. Let's begin by just a brief meditation on forgiveness. And just allow images of people and situation to come into your mind as I speak these words. And then let them go. So if I've harmed anyone, knowingly or unknowingly, may I be forgiven. If I have harmed anyone, knowingly or unknowingly, may I be forgiven. And if anyone has harmed me, may I forgive. You don't need to worry whether you're ready to forgive or you actually feel forgiveness. Just allow the images of people and situations to come to mind and let them go. If anyone has harmed me, knowingly or unknowingly, may I forgive. And then come into the area of the heart. Just feel the chest, feel the heart. Invite it to open. We'll use an image. We'll actually use two images, depending on which one you choose, just to recall the sense of loving kindness as a state. One image that comes from the time of the Buddha is that of a mother cow licking her newborn calf. So tenderly. It's kind of a farm image. Many of you may never have had the experience, but it's quite something to watch this happen. How a mother loves her calf. And the other image is more human. It's just the image of a mother with her only child. And the care and the love she feels for that child. That no harm come to it, that only good things come into that child's life. So recall that feeling. Perhaps you have had your own child. Perhaps you have felt this way toward a niece or a nephew or an animal. And just let yourself recall it. The way that your heart opens out to another being and just wishes them well, just wishes them goodwill. So once you remember that, allow an image of yourself to come to mind. Let your heart suggest one just spontaneously. And offer yourself that same goodwill as if you were your own child. This is often hard for people. So if you're struggling a little bit, don't worry, you have lots of company. You might picture yourself at a young age. Oftentimes people have less barriers to loving themselves at a young age. You can also step back a bit further from yourself and notice that you're a being who's having trouble loving him or herself. That can also begin to elicit that feeling of goodwill. And as you're sort of contemplating yourself this way, I will say some phrases which express this goodwill. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease of being. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease of being. You can add other phrases. May I live in love, abide in love. Or actually anything else that expresses your goodwill toward yourself. Choose a couple phrases and just repeat them to yourself, knowing what they mean. You can even just say the key word, safe. Track that to yourself. Healthy, happy, ease. And let those words and let that intention just wash through your entire being and entire body. So that every cell can hear, can feel this goodwill. Even the cranky places, the arthritic joints, the irritated stomach, the achy head, whatever you have. Send your goodwill that way too. May I be healthy. May I be safe. So forth. Now we're going to let that go. You can let the image of yourself go. And just allow another image to come to mind of somebody who has been a benefit to you, someone who has helped you in your life. And just take a moment to reflect that they are a human being like yourself who finds life difficult, ways that are perhaps unknown to you. Just offer them your goodwill. May you be safe. May you be happy. And sometimes a benefactor can be helpful if you're having trouble loving yourself. Obviously, they saw something in you that offered goodwill. Be grateful for that and offer it back. Now let this fade and just call to mind someone who's a friend, who's easy to love, and just express your goodwill toward them, wanting them to be happy. Now let that fade and call to mind someone who is quite neutral to you. Might be someone you don't know very well. You know, people at the grocery store work for this. Maybe someone in the class you barely know. Just take a moment to reflect that this is a human being like yourself with a complex life, just like you. You might not know anything about it. They, just like you, want to be happy. Their every action is in some way aimed towards happiness. So with that in mind, just offer them your goodwill. can't possibly know what all it is about being them, but you can offer goodwill. Just repeat those same phrases. And I let that go. And call to mind now somebody who's a little annoying to you. Not your worst enemy, just someone who has irritated you recently. Take a moment to reflect that this is a human being just like you who struggles and finds life difficult, and whose every action, no matter how unskillful, is aimed at happiness. And from there, wish them well. May you be safe. Safe from my judgments about you. May you be happy. May you find the happiness you're seeking. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. May you abide in love. Make your home in love. So let that fade. Come back to the heart, feeling in your heart. I want you to just notice how the heart center can radiate forward, backward, in all directions. Just invite it to do that so that this is a radiant goodwill coming from you, that you're actually sending the energy out. Feel that for a moment if you can, or imagine it if you can't feel it directly. Imagine like a light coming from your chest out in all directions. And now think of the people in class with you and send to them your goodwill. Radiate to them your goodwill. We are all complex human beings, finding life difficult in various ways. May we all be safe. May we all be happy. Be free from mental afflictions and simply happy. May we be healthy. And if we can't be healthy, let us be at peace with our condition. And may we have ease of being. And may we have the wisdom to stop the things that we keep bringing into our life that don't give us ease of being. Just send your goodwill to all the people who've shown up in this class. Precious beings. And then imagine that this radiance can go out in all directions and touch everyone in your town, whatever that town is. People known to you, people not known to you. May they all be safe. May they all be happy, no matter who they're voting for, no matter how they live their lives. May they all be safe. And let that extend out beyond your town to your state, and keep stretching it out there to include the entire country. May all Americans be safe. May they all find the happiness they seek. May they be well, deeply well, and at ease. And continue just to let that radiance go out to all humans throughout the world. Some are dying at this very moment. Some are being born. Some are doing deeds that are of kindness and are helpful. Some are doing things that are cruel and harmful at this very moment. May they all be safe. May they all be happy. And include the animals and the plants and the earth itself in your goodwill. May they all be safe, free from harm. May they all be happy and at peace, and live with ease. And include any unseen beings that share this world with us. And out into the universe in all directions, to beings on other worlds. Whoever they are, may they be safe and happy and healthy and at ease. And on other planes of existence, not just this one, may they all be safe and happy. Above, below, all around. So out into the universe in all directions, an unconditional goodwill. Sabe sata sukha hontu. May all beings be happy. Sabe sata sukha hontu. May all beings be well. It's always a nice way to send you off for the summer. A little loving kindness. So I wish you well, and I hope to see you in the fall. And may the teaching sustain you, even when you're not having a weekly class. And may it comfort and sustain you. And may you find good friends in the Dharma to share it with.